Hi, this is Vivian Jones. This your trial and crosses, trial and crosses. You see the trial and crosses, trial and crosses. Jones. If you want someone to mind you, you better go on and left me.
Yeah, some of the parents for know what you them are going with, you know. Don't allow your youth them to roam the street. Take responsibility for the youth them. You know what I'm doing tonight? You know what I'm going tonight?
Good evening, guys and gals. How are we doing? How are we doing? The snow, believe it or not, the snow has been playing havoc with my technical. I have technical issues every week, don't I? Have you noticed that? I have technical issues every week. I don't know what it is. I'm going to blame the snow. I'm going to blame the snow. Who run out there in the snow? That's what me want to know. Who run out there in the snow get chill blades? Eh? I want to show you something cute, yeah, before I even get going. I want to show you something cute. Yeah. This, right, is my this is my granddaughter in the snow, right? For the very, very first time. She ain't seen snow before in her life, right? And this was how she responded it. Oh, she ain't trusting that snow, boy. She ain't trusting that snow. She ain't trusting that snow. But I thought that was cute. I just thought that what I would do was just show you my granddaughter in the snow for the first time. Yeah. But how are we doing, people? How are we doing? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling healthy. Hello, Alfia. Good evening, darling. She's got the longest hair, I'm telling you. Trevor, how you doing? Aston. Yeah, Aston was running in the bloody snow. I don't know what. Big man like Aston in the snow, you know. The snow catch him out. The snow actually caught him out. Claire, how you doing? Good to have you. Verona Jolie. Thank you very much, darling. She was cute, wasn't she? She was cute. She was cute. She was cute. She was out there playing in the snow for the first time in her life, man, I tell you. She ain't seen it, man. Rudi, you'll never shut up. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. All right. You're through to the 5th round. So bloody what? So what? At least I put my hand up before you come and start mess up my page with some of your images and some of your madness. So Denise, you didn't get out in the snow. Denise did not get out in the snow. Denise was just there going, no snow for me. No snow for me. Thank you, Verona. Much appreciated. So the room is definitely warming up. The room is definitely warming up. I can feel the spirit. I can feel the energy. All those who have never been here before, thank you for joining me. My name is Rudi Lickwood. I'm the host of Keeping It Real, getting behind the backstories of, I would say, superheroes in our community who never get a look in. I am like the Black Des O'Connor, in truth. Yeah, because Des O'Connor never sat down with Peter Honeygale. Do you know what I mean? The only person he'd most probably sit down with is Idris, because Idris big, no. But if Idris weren't big, he would never sit down with him. You know what I mean? So I like to go out and get our superheroes, our role models who do stuff behind the scene, and bring them to the forefront. Empress Remy Emmanuel, blessings, 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 blessings. Thank you for joining me. Make sure that if you do come into the room, yeah, and you're here for the first time, that you share it. Because my name is not Eddie Nesta. I mean, I know big numbers like that. I need big numbers like that, right? I need people to share it, especially if I don't think anyone's popped into the onto the YouTube. But if you are going to be on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Important, man. Important. Remember, nobody's funding me, right? So may I do this all on my own back, and may I do it pan furlough. May I do it pan furlough. Yup. Hiya, peeps. Got a dinner pan with fire in between Una and the chicken. Shut up. You just cracked chicken bone. We know about you. Whatever you do, yeah. If you go to Kentucky and you go with Leary, don't make him stare at your chicken bone. You don't want that. You don't want that. Good man, gone. Don't tell me you were in and out. I can't angle that. If Carl could come in all the way from Wales, Aston Metaphor Jones, yeah, and Carl got sciatica, he have a bad nerve. He have a bad nerve, yes. But he's here. Greetings, 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 greetings. Empress said, with the pan 100, with the pan fire. All right, well, let's. Oh, Natural Mystic, you're okay. Natural Mystic is in on YouTube. I hope you're not lonely, by the way. I hope people will go. There'll be more people coming on later on and joining you. All Leary talk about is food. He craven as ras. Okay, let's move the show on. Let's get to where we're meant to get to. Ladies and gentlemen, I have an author for you. This is my first author on my show. I'm proud to say. Hails all the way from the Midlands. The brother is from the Midlands. Yeah, check him out. He's got some wicked pictures. Wicked pictures. Me not lie. Proper old school. Proper old school. Oh, nah, man.
Well, go on.
Hey, everything is going, man. Everything is nice. Everything is nice. How are you, bruv?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Well, I'm dealing with the snow by not going in it. That's how I deal with it. I'm not going in it. I'm not excited by it. I'm not. As far as I'm concerned, snow should come Christmas Eve, yeah, and then leave on Boxing Day. Come Christmas Eve.
I've always said this country, it always snows late. The snow always comes too late.
It's the global warming, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
It's the global warming. So let's get behind you, Norman. Norman, sir. You're an author. You're an author.
I am.
You're an author.
Yeah.
You're an author. And you hold on. I've got to do something here. You reside in Birmingham?
I do. Yeah. Born and raised.
Born and raised. But the thing is what part of Birmingham? What actual part of Birmingham?
At the moment, I'm living in Nechells, but I originally grew up in Small Heath in Birmingham.
Okay.
B10. So big up to the B10 posse who are listening.
Is that what you call them? The B10 posse?
The B10 posse, yeah.
Okay. I can't even recall if I've ever actually been there. That part of Birmingham itself. Because normally when I do come to Birmingham, it's mainly city centre.
Yeah.
It's either the Alexandra Theatre for me.
Yeah, I know the Alexandra Theatre. You've been to the Hippodrome.
Yes,
the
Hippodrome, or I end up doing I don't know if you've heard of the Glee Club.
Yeah.
I
never been there myself, but I've heard of it. Yeah,
it's a fantastic comedy club. How could you? So I mean, you don't frequent you don't frequent the comedy clubs, basically.
I've been to a few when they used to hold them down at the Drum.
Mm-hmm.
You know, John Simmet used to run
Yes.
a few comedy shows. So yeah, he used to go to those. You know.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So I like your backstory, to be honest with you. Your backstory is what I find extremely interesting, in the sense that your parents came over in what, the 50s, was it?
1950 was my dad, and 1951 was my mum. Yeah.
Yeah, and what I like is that your mum never actually came over with the intention of being a nurse.
That's right. Yeah. Well, she was quite talented when she was back in Jamaica. She used to make a lot of dresses and suits for men. So when she came over in 1951, she worked with a small Jewish clothing company as a seamstress. You know, so that's how she started out. And while the West Indian community started to get married and whatnot, and they couldn't afford to go out and buy the wedding dresses, Mum used to make the clothes for them, make the suits and the wedding dresses and so forth, you know. So later on, she decided that she wanted to marry the two, being a hairdresser and a beautician, as well as making dresses and suits and whatnot. And she went about studying for it. And by
she did a fantastic job with this woman's hair, because God knows it must have been a rug when she first got hold of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the old beehive there.
yeah. And then there's that's mum and dad with you, I believe. Is that right?
Well, my dad's not in the picture. The two guys are standing there. My godfathers, Uncle Basil and Uncle Wills, and Uncle Basil's wife, Aunt Olga. Yeah, and that's me. That's me in my mum's arms right there. So that was May 1959. Raw.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. This brother has got a proper backstory, which can only be appreciated in truth. Because when I see images like this, that's you and your brother? Hello? Has he frozen? Don't tell me you're frozen on me, bruv. I can see your chair moving. Can you hear me, Norman?
Oh, my earphones are not working that well. Hang on a second. Say that again, bro.
Okay. I was just saying that I can see. Is this you and your brother on the doorstep?
That's me and my brother at the shop door of my mum's hairdresser shop. Yeah.
Because was that one of the first?
About 3 or 4 years old there.
And that's one of the first hairdressing shops. Is that one of the first hairdressing shops in Birmingham at the time?
Well, my mum was the first Black independent businesswoman when she opened up her shop in 1962. So yeah, she was the first, and she didn't just do Black women's hair. She was universal. So all colors and creeds came into the shop and had their hair did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because here we could see you growing up
Yeah, that's
alongside
me
your
in
mum
my
there.
yeah, that's me in my foster brother's suit.
But they're great shots, man. I really do like these shots. I remember, I mean, that little puffy that you're sitting on there. I remember we used to have one of those in our front room back in the day. It was something that me and my brothers.
Yeah, that was that photo there was Christmas 1977 in Canada with my dad and my second mum, I call her. Yeah.
Your second
That
mum.
was a good time. Yeah.
It looks like, because you said it was actually quite a great time to grow up in Small Heath.
Yeah, because Small Heath was well, everybody's heard about Handsworth.
Yeah, that's where all the villains come from.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far, but
well, I know you don't want the burger bar crew after you, so you're not easy, innit?
Handsworth was more. Yeah, well, that's more recent, but
yeah,
when our parents first came over, most of the Jamaicans went to settle in Handsworth.
Okay.
And in Small Heath was like the second biggest population of West Indian community, but it was different to Handsworth because they had all the islands in that area: Barbados, Trinidad, St. Kitts and Nevis, Jamaica. Everybody was all mixed up in there. So, but it was a good time living in Small Heath because everybody knew everybody, and you know, it's one of those ones where if you walk down the street and you don't say hello to Miss Brown, you come home and get a little slap.
A little slap, innit?
Yeah.
Alfie was asking, is that Spring Hill, Birmingham?
Spring Hill.
Yeah, I think you'd better understand the question that she's asking than me. But was that Spring Hill, Birmingham? She says.
No, Small Heath.
Okay.
I know
okay.
Spring Hill is heading towards Smethwick Way, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you, bruv. I'm with you. I just love these black and white photos. I really do.
Yeah, that's me. That's me in my mom's arms there. I think that's when we went to. I don't remember it, but that's when we went to Scotland in 1962 on a holiday, something like that. That's my dad that's my dad with my brother holding the ball. Yeah.
So people used to, I believe that people used to come, you know, when family and that used to arrive in the UK, your dad used to put them up. He said,
not my dad, no. When my dad came over, he lived in Aston for a little while, and then he moved to Moseley. But there was a family that used to own a house, and they used to put people up, you know, rent them a room and whatnot when they came over.
In fact, tell them what the prices of houses was back then. That people will blow people's minds.
Well, my dad, I was having one of my many conversations with my dad, and my mom and dad got married in 1954, March 1954, and they bought their first house in 1955, I believe. And my dad showed me the receipt, and it was £1,680, some shillings and pence. That's all it was.
Can you imagine if we could buy houses like that now for that kind of money? Everybody would have
it was sweet, wouldn't it? It was sweet, man.
Everybody would have 5 houses right about now. You get what I'm saying? But then the thing is that you started growing up, and you started venturing out into the sound systems and what have you, if I'm correct, yeah?
Yeah.
And you developed a love for basketball and football.
I did, yeah. Yeah, I used to play football as well, but I got a high tackle and studied when I was 14, almost broke my leg.
Mm.
And I was off school for about 2 weeks, and I retired from football at the age of 14 and decided to play basketball, which I was better at. I was quite good at football, but I was better at basketball. And plus, it was inside. You didn't have to play out in the cool in the playing fields on a Saturday morning, you know? So
yeah. No, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. But then let's get into you. So where did the love of writing come from? Where did it actually stem from? The love of writing?
Well, there's three things really that sparked me off as to be a writer. But the first one was when I was about 10 and I was in junior school. We used to do the ordinary English lessons, you know, punctuations, paragraphs and all that kind of stuff. But then we used to have our lessons 3 times a week. And on the third lesson of the week, our teacher, Miss Ward, used to write 5 essay titles on the board. And she said, write a story that, choose a title and write something that inspires you from that title. Right. So my imagination used to run wild, you know, and I never used to finish my work. But during parents' evening, the real bugbear with my English teacher and my mum, towards me anyway, was that my English was good. I always used to get an A in English, but I never used to finish my work. So my mum used to say to me, try and finish your work. But but that's how I started off writing. And then if you want me to carry on, I mean, fast forward.
No, I do want you to carry on, because if we do fast forward and we start talking about how you started to get interest, what was you writing about that caused an interest from the community in terms of what you was writing about? Because I think this is a fantastic story. Yeah,
well, it happened when I was about 12, 13. We was I watch Match of the Day on a Saturday evening, as I usually do, and came to school. We used to go to an all boys school when I went to secondary school, and we was all us kids was in the at the back of the class, and we was talking about, and I'm sure you remember the player Clyde Best.
Yeah, Trevor's gonna love this story. Trevor's gonna love this story. Go on, bro.
Okay, so it was we was all enthusing about Clyde Best, and we were saying, oh, you see the way Clyde Best played yesterday, and and we said, yeah. But there was this one white kid in the class who was a bit of a pain in the butt. Yeah. And he said, oh, black players can't play football. If black players could play football, how comes there ain't, there's only one black player and he plays for West Ham, and that's Clyde Best. You can't play football. So we had a big argument in the class. It spilled out into the corridor and then spilled out into the playground and almost broke out into a fight. And our football coach at the time, Mr. Williams, intervened in the argument, and he said to us, what's going on? So we told him what was going on. So he said, there's a simple solution to this. It says, you guys choose your best black players, your best 11 black players, and you guys choose your best white players, 11 white players. And on Friday night, we'll go over to the Ritz, which was the playing fields across the road from the school, and we'll play a game. And I'll referee the game, and I'll get some linesmen, and whoever wins, argument is done. And we said, okay. So we chose our best black players, and we played this game on the Friday night after school, and obviously we won.
You washed them, man. You washed them, why them? You clean them up. We
washed them out, man. Yeah, we washed them out. So argument done. So that inspired me.
Yes, this is what I want to get to. Go, bro.
Oh, you want me to go? Okay.
Yeah.
That inspired me to start writing a book about a black football team called the Caribbean Stars. And it was basically, the story was about a black football team that rose from non-league football, went through to the got into the fourth division. That was the old fourth division, as the Football Association had it organized then. The old third division, second division, and went up to the first division, which was the Premier League at that time. And they went on to win the FA Cup, the League Cup, all the domestic cups, and the European Cup, or the Champions League, as they call it now. And all the characters that were in this book, the players and everything, were the guys who took part in the game when we beat the guys in that football game. So I wrote 12 of those books. Yeah, I wrote 12 of those books.
This is 12 exercise books, people, that he took hold of, and each book was a chapter. Is that right?
Each book was a volume. Each book was a volume,
sorry.
which represented a season. Yeah.
Right. And what happened to those books?
Sorry?
What happened to those books once everyone knew that you started writing?
I used to lend them to the guys to read, and they used to give me back and whatnot. But when I had one of my first stories published, and I said to them, "Could I have the books back, because I just want to, keep them as a collection?" And they said, "Nope, not giving you the books back, because when you get famous as a writer, we'll have your handwritten stuff, and it's going to be worth a lot of money." So that was 50 odd years ago, and I still haven't seen those books ever since then.
Did you hear what he just now said, ladies and gentlemen? He says, right, that we're at a young tender age, right, he wrote a book about black players and a real situation, and those people who were involved now are holding on to his handwritten scripts. Handwritten scripts. Yeah, and I think Norman deserves to get them back. Now, I don't know who's living in Birmingham right about now. Yeah, and if all these madam is 50 years old, and there's a chance that they are listening to him, I think it's about time you get them boy back in books. Get them boy back in books, man. Yeah, because there's works that he could actually do with those books, and I think if you lot don't give him back those books, yeah, I'm gonna start a campaign, right? So as that Norman can get those books back, because those books can be turned into a play, they can be turned into a film, right? And it's true things that he's talking about. Because I believe you was going to the youth centre and what have you, and you had a teacher, an ex-teacher, who encouraged you to write more when you were 17, around the age of 17.
Yeah. I wrote a short story for a local magazine called Small Heath Open Eye, and she said to me that I was a very good writer, and that she was encouraging me to write more. But if we go back just a little, say 3 years before, I had a dream when I was 14 that I was going to write a book. The cover design was going to be drawn by me, all the illustrations inside and whatnot. And so I woke up and I set about working on writing the what you call the utopia story that could be published. And it so happened that I wrote it when I was 17. I bought 6 exercise books, the old exercise books, them as you mentioned earlier. And I decided that the book is going to last. I'm going to write the book in 6 months. And each exercise book represented a chapter. So I set about writing Bad Friday as it was then. And,
okay, and if I'm correct, Bad Fridays went on to be shortlisted for the Young Observer's Fiction Prize.
Yeah, it did in 1982.
82? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I remember going to the actual awards, and when we went in at the table, there was all these books that were shortlisted, and if I show you the actual, I don't know if you can see it.
We can just about see it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the original book. Yeah, same. That's the same illustration. But that was in the mix, and it was, the book wasn't, my book wasn't all that glossy, but for my book to get into a competition like that, where public, you know, big mainstream publisher that published these books, it was an amazing feat. But the fact of the matter is that when the book was published in 1982, I became the first Black British-born novelist to be published in the UK.
The first Black British novelist to be published in the UK. That is phenomenal.
Yeah,
that is phenomenal in itself, because the thing is that when Penguin and all those guys came knocking, what happened?
Well, at the awards, I was getting all these cards put into my hand, and there was the literature officer, or the literature officer at Trinity Arts. He was with me at the awards. There was a group of us that went down, and he said, he was quite good actually, because he was looking after me in respect of not getting ripped off, or, you know. So he said to me, what cards have you got? So I showed him all the cards, and he says, well, okay, we'll have a look at these next week and see what's what. So he chose Heinemann and Penguin for me to ring, and so we rung them up, and they wrote me a letter and said that they was interested in republishing Bad Friday and developing it, which was the key word, to develop, because I wanted to improve it. So they said to me to send them the manuscript, and they'll have a look at it and have a read and see what they can do. So I did that, sent it off to them, and waited about 3 weeks. And 3 weeks later, they wrote me back and said that my book was not marketable for them, so they refused to republish it. So I thought, fine, you know, that was it.
Yeah, but then on the second approach, it was a case of we'll work with it, providing you change the characters.
Well, that was on that occasion, it was like, because when the book was published, it was quite popular in Small Heath, and the book was selling like hotcakes, because we only did 1,000 run print, and so what I don't know how they heard, but within the community, a lot of the younger ones to me, because I was like 23 when it was published. So these guys who approached me were about, you know, from 12 to about 16, 17. And they said they wanted me to write the book into a play so that they could perform it.
Right.
And I didn't know head to tail of how to write a play at that time. So I says, no, I'm not thinking about writing plays. I just want to write books and even start working on some short stories. So I thought, no, not going to happen. But there was 3 mainstream theatre companies that approached me in 1983, and they said to me that they heard that I'm going to write Bad Friday into a play. We'll be interested in commissioning you to write it for us, etc. So they paid my train fare to go there and everything. They fed and watered me, gave me all the pampering and everything, and eventually sat me down in the office with their artistic director, and they said to me, love the book, love for you to write it into a play, but this is what we want you to do. We want you to get rid of all the cameo characters that you have. Keep the two main characters, Delroy and Peter, but all the other characters should be white. And I was told that 3 times on the 3 occasions when I went to these theatre companies, and I just went, well, that's not going to happen. Thank you for your hospitality. Goodbye. And so I went back to Small Heath, and I booked up with all the guys that were asking me to start a drama group, and let's do a drama group. And I says, let's do this, you know. Okay. So I just went back home and did it that way. So our drama group was started in 1983, Ebony Arts, and we had a load of members at the start, but we knew eventually those who are really interested in acting on stage will stay, and the rest will just peter away, which so happened. And I used to write plays for the drama group based on improvisations. I used to come in with my big ghetto blaster, put the tape in, and they would just do some acting, and I would just record all the scenes that they acted, and then I would go home, listen to the tape, transcribe it into writing, and then produce a play that way.
Because you actually did produce the play, yeah. And
yeah.
What I like is the way in which you had to market it to the community in order for them to come and watch the play.
That's right.
Because back in the day,
for black people, entertainment was the dance hall. You know, if you're going out on the weekend, it was the dance. And we was sitting down as a drama group thinking to ourselves, well, how are we going to get people to watch our plays? It's not the fact that the black people were ignorant to theatre at the time. It was the fact that there was no plays that was representing them at the time. So it was a dance hall and nothing else. So to get them out of that and go watch a play was a task. So we decided, rather than chase them and tell them to come and watch us, we took the play to the dance hall.
Okay.
And what we would do was the sound that was popular at the time, like it could be Love Injection, it could be Upfront, it could be any
Quaker City. I remember Quaker, man.
You know, well, not Quaker City, because Quaker City was a bit more, you know, big man thing, you know what I mean? But we're talking like
I was moving around with the big man them at the time, lad. And moving around with the big man them at the time. You know? It was a Java man and a Cools man. We was fighting against your sound systems them time there, because this is the same time when the Eddie Nestors and the Roger Griffiths and all of them lot was doing their thing in London. This is what was going on in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Because
our main inspiration,
right,
from while we was living in Birmingham, was the Black Theatre Co-op in London.
So we're talking about Janet Kay and all of them people he's talking about.
Janet Kay, Victor Romero Evans, all of them. Yeah, all of them. They were the dons of
They were. Listen, man, they were on par with you, but London is at a dan. London is how you did look funny. But you guys were on par, because I mean, you took this and you travelled up and down. Come on, man. I'm bigging you up here. You travelled up and down.
I know. I'm getting to. I was getting to that. I was getting to that, Rudy. I was getting to that.
Sorry, bro. But I'm excited because people don't. This is foundation shit that we're talking about here. You know, go, bro.
Okay. So we used to travel all over the country, performing our plays in Manchester, Stonebridge in London, Leicester, Leeds, Sheffield, all over. Warsaw, everywhere we went, and we took the play into the dance hall, and that's the way we brought the theatre to the people, and it turned out really good because they were, you know, black people are very they're very participant in plays, you know, and you know it yourself when you're doing your comedy. That they take part, they probably heckle you and all that kind of stuff. So
heckle ain't the words, man. Heckle ain't the word, man. Sometimes I have to abuse them back. You know what I mean? The sort of language I have to come out with, I can't do it, but keep it real. And I tell you the truth, the kind of heckling.
For real, yeah. So for them to be actually sitting down and watching plays that we were doing that reflected their lives and themselves, it was good times. It was good times.
But the thing is that throughout all of this that was going on, what was unbeknown to you was that the community was galvanizing behind you and encouraging you to write. This is why I'm saying, give the boy back his books, yeah? Give the boy back his books. You understand? All them people, all them big 50 and 60-year-old man, them holding on to this man's books, man. Give him back his books, yeah? Is that you were gradually turning into a role model without even knowing it. You were actually becoming a mentor because you're a trailblazer within your own right, unbeknown to yourself. Yeah. That this is all coming out of improvisation, and this is all getting involved in the arts and everything, and the arts councils. I mean, to the point where I know that you said you moved on to be a tailor, right? But despite the fact that you were tailoring, you still continued to run the arts, the drama group. You know, and
well, the tailoring was more back in the day when I was 17, and I worked there for 6 months. But by the time I was doing the Ebony Arts thing, I was literally out of work.
Right.
I mean, during the 80s, I never had a 9-to-5 job. Right. My thing was working with the drama group, and now and again doing basketball coaching. In the area, so
I couldn't help but notice that on one of the fronts of the books, there it is. There's a basketball there, which is one of your favorite sports, no doubt. You know what I mean? No doubt. So you're continuing and you're going through the arts, which is great. It's actually because it's a lonely road, but it's a creative road, as I know. Yeah. But then it's like, where is it? Can because I mean you ended up I want to talk a bit about your family and you know how they came into your life, how you started to grow, how you started to develop, you know, because you got married, I believe. You married?
Yeah.
And
no.
You're not married?
No.
Okay, we won't go too far.
Oh, those are my babies.
Right. This is what I want to get into. I wanted to get to your babies because the thing is that as they could see you moving and growing, you were Superman in their eyes. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah.
But then the thing is, as children get older, I can talk about myself here. As children get older, I turn from Superman to dickhead. Right. I turn from the man who ain't allowing them to go out when they want to go out, coming when they want to come in. My little babies are no longer babies. Do you know what I mean? Right. And they're not looking at me in the same way, sort of like thing. And it's a big transformational change that can happen and also lead to depression, right? Which I believe that you came across that.
Yeah, I came across that in 2011. I think it was around about just after my birthday, September of 2011, I was really depressed for some reason. Nobody knows how these dark clouds come over you, but I reckon it's a bit of overthinking. It was around about the time the kids were sort of like growing up, shed the nest, and
because life
having their fun.
It shifts, it changes, the balance and everything. It moves, and I believe they actually encouraged you to go back to Jamaica.
Well, it wasn't Jamaica. My brother who used to work for British Airways at the time when I was depressed, he said to me, what we need is a holiday. This is the summer of 2012. And he planned to take, just, he paid for my fare and everything, and just said, you don't need to have no money, just pack your bag. We're going to visit Dad, you know,
right.
in Sacramento, California. So during that time, I was saying, yeah, I'm going. No, I'm not going. Yeah, I'm going. No, I'm not going. And the kids came round and said, Dad, you need to just go because we don't like to see you this way. So I packed my bags and I went, and I took all the short stories that I'd worked on during the 90s and whatnot. And I sat in my dad's back garden and wrote Britannia's Children.
Okay.
You know, in my dad's back garden. Yeah.
Okay. And not only did you write those stories, but you also self-published those stories, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I was that's Britannia's Children there. Yeah. I was researching for years how to get my book self-published without actually spending too much money before the book actually gets published. And then I came across a website, feedaread.com, which is run by the Arts Council. They give you freedom of reign to publish your book. If you have a manuscript, they just send you the templates and everything. It's all laid out for you and whatnot. And you could put your own publishing logo in there if you want to. They, you know, you got free reign to do what you want. And they publish a professional book with the ISBN and everything, and it's and it's registered in the British Library and everything. So I thought I'd go that route instead of going the route of sending my manuscripts to publishers and then get it rejected and whatnot. And I always kept on thinking about what my mum always used to say to me, is that publishing, for you to be published, it's not a privilege, it's your right, you know. So that was always ringing in my head.
I love your mum's spirit, because your mum's spirit is running right through you, Rude Boy. Because I mean, your mum came from a middle class black background, where she had people work, servants actually. Can I say that word? Is that the correct word to use?
Well, they used to call them domestic help.
Okay, so domestic help.
Back in Jamaica. Yeah, domestic help. Yeah. Back in Jamaica. She was actually, my mum was born in Havana, Cuba, and how that happened was that my grandfather was in construction work, and he had a contract to do some work in Cuba for 4 years, but he already had my aunt and my uncle, you know, little toddlers, but my grandmother was heavily pregnant with my mum. So he said to the people who were contracting him, can I bring my family over to Cuba with me, because he didn't want to leave them. And they said, yeah. So she was born in Cuba, and she was there for 4 years, and then they came back to Jamaica, where they originated from was Flagstaff, Maroon Town in St. James, Jamaica. So apparently they had, from what I've heard, they used to have a big house, and domestic help used to come around and do stuff. So that's a good thing, bro.
That's a good thing, because that ethos has run right through you, and it's been encouraging, because, you know, even though you were going through the hard times, it was always about self-actualization when it comes to you, to be able to go up and down the country doing your own thing. Do you know what I mean? And not try to rely on the man and rely on the job. And I think that's so important. But I think the biggest thing that I hope people actually picked up on was the fact that you said you can self-produce, you can self-publish. I mean, I've spent thousands of pounds working on my book, to be honest with you. And I regret not talking to you like maybe about 2 years ago. you know, and it's I always believe that it's your background. It's your background that dictates, you know, your foreground to a certain extent.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing for me, back in the day, I mean, was like I always had this thing about forget about funding and all that kind of stuff. You know, if you, I mean, I've heard writers and poets say, "Oh, I've got this project that I want to do, but can't get the funding, can't get the funding." And I would say, well, just do it yourself. Just get it done, and worry about the funding later.
Later,
you know?
Yes.
Just get it done, because my belief is that if you want to do something, might as well do it. Get it done, because when you get older and you can't move that well anymore, you're gonna live in these regrets to say that I should have done that and I could have done that or whatever. Get the thing done, you know.
And that's what I love about you. I love about you is that you actually get the thing done, even through depression. You still took your stuff and you went over. You sat down with your dad. You sat down in the nice warm weather, where hot, and you came up with the
Britannia's Children.
Yeah, Britannia's Children, volumes 1 and volumes 2. People, if you really want to get hold of these books, are they still available?
They definitely are. Yes, definitely are. At feederead.com.
Feederead.com. Feederead.com. Yeah.
Now, when they get to the website and feederead.com, all they have to do in the search engine, just tap in Bad Friday, you know, my books, Bad Friday, Britannia's Children, and you know they'll find the book there, and they could buy the books from there.
So make sure you do that, people. Make sure you do go out and buy the books. Birmingham, I stress. If you know any other man them, right? Any other man them who is all in on to Norman Samuda's books, yeah? Could you ask them to return them? Or at least allow him to photocopy those books so that he can turn them into a script of some sort. We're coming in 2 minutes, Vivian. So that he can turn them into scripts. I think it's imperative that we do that. And I'll quickly I would like you to quickly tell us the story about the female netball team.
Oh, the female netball team. Yeah, well, these were girls that went to school at Small Heath Community Centre, and they were pretty good at netball. But their teacher, their games teacher, Miss Cryer, she used to come and watch our basketball games when I used to play semi-professional for Small Heath Panthers. And she approached me and said to me, "I've got a group of girls who are really interested in basketball. Will you coach them? Because I've got a tournament for them to play in 6 months' time, and I would like to enter them for it. But they're, you know, they play netball." So I says, okay. So I think it's a couple of nights a week after school, I would go to the sports hall, and they will all be there, you know, gathered around. And to coach them was pretty easy because they were had a netball culture. They were able to pass and move. So that was already there. The only thing I had to teach them was how to bounce the ball, control it, and shoot the ball on the move. That was the difficult part, and the different techniques in basketball that is different from netball to basketball. And they took to it pretty well. And when the tournament came around, we went to the tournament, got to the final and won it, you know. So and they were the underdogs. And I'm sure you know, one of your contributors to your show, Julie Juice, was one of them. was one of my best players. Her, Liz, and Sandra were my star players.
So you hear that story. This is how he became a role model. This is how he became a mentor without even knowing it. And that's just
I didn't even know.
Yeah, just encouraging those around him to utilize the skills and the talents that he had, that they had. Sorry, not that he had, that they had. And for that, I believe that you should be held up in high esteem. You know, without a shadow of a doubt. So, if there's a young budding writer out there, what would you be saying to him?
Well, the first thing I'd say to them is don't take yourself too seriously. Read everybody that writes better than you, and write from the heart. Always write from the heart, and always write what you know about.
Okay. So that means that if I was to write what I know about, I got to write about tumbleweed. I got to write about a vacuum in my head full of nothing. That's what I ended up having to write about. Oh my God. But Norman, it's been great talking to you. It really has been great talking to you. And I appreciate
you for having me
coming on this platform. And once again, I'm going to say, Birmingham! Give the boy them back.
Big up Birmingham.
Give the boy back in books. Do you know what I mean? The guy's got story to tell. Imagine that he wrote about a black football team, that went on and conquered the Premiership. You understand? It's like documented history that's never been told. Yeah. So I'll come back to you a bit later, maybe about just under maybe 45 minutes or so. I'd like to say thank you very much for joining me.
Okay.
Yeah, and bruv, stay cool for now. I'm going to take you off the platform. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was the man himself, Norman Samuda Smith. You know, he humble beginnings, but as we could see that his mum was not humble. Do you know what I mean? His dad was not humble, right? It's only when you come to England they try and humble you. Yeah, but you could see that his mum was not going to allow that to happen. Do you know what I mean? There was no way she was going to allow that to happen, and I think that's brilliant. What I'm going to do now is obviously I'm going to bring on my my main guest tonight. Norman could have been a main guest all by himself, in truth. My main guest tonight. I'm just hoping that he's going to sit down in the chair so as that people can actually see him. Hold on, let me just do this. 1 second, people. Because when you talk to some of these British superstars, you know, they're very own way. They're very own way. So me have to just call him, find out where him there. But yeah, let's see. Now I saw lots of stuff coming up in the big up Norman. Respect. Big up DJ Fridge UK. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're subscribing. I hope you're subscribing to my channel and you're not just gonna pop here and then now bother hit the button, you know? Hit the button, man. Hit the button. Me need you to lick the button. Yeah, do that for me, yeah? That'd be much appreciated. I'm actually calling the man now, you know, on his phone. Right, his camera and everything is set up. Right, I'm just hoping that he's gonna hold on, let me try this again. All right, I was just now told that he's coming. So must be eating his food or something, sir. He must be eating his food. Yeah, but what were your thoughts on Norman? Me too, D. I still play. Oh, you still play the old basketball, do you? Well, not right now, but theoretically speaking, you're playing in your head, Natasha. That's what you're saying. You're playing in your head. Yeah. Trevor says big up. He's clapping him away. Norman, I salute you. Norman's in the green room. He can actually read that and see that now. I can see there's all I can see is his teeth. That's all I can see is his teeth. Look at that. That's all I can see is his teeth. Oh my God, he's there. Sharon is saying I was a goal shooter. Sharon, you're too short to be a goal shooter. I would have blocked you from time. There's no way. No way. All you got to do is stand over Spice, yeah? And that's it. Everything block off. She now get nowhere. Thank you, ladies and gents. I got to dash. All right. Lots of love, Natasha. Lots of love. Too many dislocations on my knee. You had to stop. I think there was quite a lot of girls who were into sport, isn't it? There's quite a lot of girls who are into sport, one way or another. Strong love. Subscribed. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Subscribed. Vivian Jones. Vivian Jones. Where him there? Where him there? Man a barn. Where him there? Some people are saying that, Norman, you're definitely a legend. You're definitely a legend. You're definitely a legend. What I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to introduce you to my next guest. All right. He is a British reggae artist who carved out his own name in his own right. I think we all love him, and I'm sure that we all love his music. So allow me to introduce you to him. Whoa, where I said, sir?
Yo, what?
Mr. Vivian Love Jones.
Yeah, man, there, you know.
How are you, bro? How are
good,
you?
I'm good.
Yeah. So how are you dealing with the snow that recently come up?
Yeah, well, any weather, you know, we's all weather, you know, 4x4.
So okay. I'm asking myself, where should I actually start with you? Because I know that you were you was born in Trelawny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trelawny, Jamaica.
Yeah, man, that beautiful, beautiful countryside, you know.
And when did you arrive in the UK?
I arrived when I was 10 years old, you know.
10 years old. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, you see the thing about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was very fortunate, see, because I should have been here from the time I was 3-year old.
Mm-hmm.
But you, I have some wonderful grandparents. Them decide, say, well, boy, them now go lego them little grandson yet, you know, so them have to just hang on upon them grandson. So when I reach 10, you know, certain things go on and them say, you know what, my time you left here now.
Okay, so it was so when you was so that's you as a little baby, that's her, yeah?
No, I don't mean that, man. I'm a dad.
Me did ask you that, you know. Me did ask you and you say, yeah, you that, you know.
No, man, never tell you nothing like that, man. You know, listen good.
Okay. My ears full of wax. My ears full of wax.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So it was your grandparents who actually raised you then, as a child up to the age of 10.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and then you arrived in the UK. So where did you arrive first? Was it London or up north or in the Midlands?
No, man, London, not West End.
Okay. Because I've always lived London, you know. I live by Willesden Sports Centre.
Yeah, well, you know, it's not West End. Milan will Willesden, from Willesden, you know. And after that, we move on to Alperton, and then we move on to Harrow, you know.
Okay.
So yeah.
And so where did the love of music come from for you? What was the inspiration behind your love of music?
Well, the love of music, you know, was always in my family, even though I never know that until a later age, you know. Because there's people in the family who turn out to be great artists and thing, and even gospel and church and all them things there. So we have family that sing, and you know.
So are there any members of the family that we might know of?
Yeah, you might know the great Jimmy Cliff, you know.
Is Jimmy Cliff a relative?
Yeah, man, my mother cousin that, man.
Right. Okay. 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 Because I know that you said you went to Alperton school.
No, I never got Alperton. I went Copeland school.
Copeland, that's right, Copeland. Because it was
But I lived in Alperton, you know.
Yeah, because I remember when I went to Copeland school. That's where I used to play the tenor horn for the Brent school choir. That was for actual Brent, you know. So did you participate in any of the amateur dramatics when you was at school?
No, mine was mostly sports, you know.
What was your
I played I run for Middlesex. I was the Middlesex 200-meter champion 1976. You know. I played rugby.
Rugby.
Yeah, I play rugby because my school did play rugby, you know, so you know. Them would pick you from your school. Middlesex would pick you from your school, and you know. Yeah, but that wasn't really one of my favorites, you know, because I was really a footballer, so you know, yeah.
And so what happened? What happened with the football? Did that develop? Did you end up playing for Brent at all, or?
No, I ended up playing for a amateur professional team them time there. Southall Football Club.
Okay.
You know, and yeah, we got to a good stage, you know, with the football, you know, because I play against Chelsea, you know, when Dave Sexton was their manager.
Yeah.
You know, and the chairman for my club was Ron Knowles, who later on was the chairman for Crystal Palace. Alan Devonshire was in my squad the same time I was there, you know.
Because them are some big names when you talk about Dave Sexton and all of them, man. It's just that it's funny. I was just now talking to Norman, and he said that the only black footballer that we used to see was Clyde Best. Do you remember him?
Yeah, man. A West Ham Clyde Best player for, man. He was one of the first superstar black man in the football.
So then, when you were growing up, then, and you're obviously in Alperton, that means that you most really went to Alperton Youth Centre, if I'm correct, because that's where,
man. That's one of the main places where the career start, you know, music start, because we had a youth band that rehearsed in the back room in Alperton Youth Centre.
Okay, because I remember when a lot of the sound systems used to go and play down in Alperton Youth Centre.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Lard Coos, them man.
Yeah, man. Because we used to have a Friday night dance, you know. And after we was rehearsing in the back room, there was a Friday night that was one of my first concerts. We played on the in the main hall where the dance used to keep, you know. And was my first experience of playing live. And you know, playing in front of your bridging them and your system them are one of the hardest thing, you know, when you come, because anyhow you go up there, you know, go and go to them, I'm gonna tell you, say, yo, what kind of idiot thing that yo, nobody go back up there.
No, I could believe that, because the thing is that people were more talking about more toasting on the mic than singing.
Yeah, but even before I started singing, you know, I was a DJ upon the sound system, you know. I DJ upon a Lord Cool sound system, Neville Enchanter sound system. We used to play in our club named Railway.
Yeah, I know Railway.
Yeah, man, and all them places there, you know, and many of the youth center, and certain we youth bridging them did have for them little sound as well, you know. So when it come out to we have house party and we have party a go on, man. Them say, oh, just come in, come hold the mic, and things go on, you know.
Okay. So the thing is that when you were deciding to leave school now, what did you break out into?
Well, I still was playing football. I mean, I play football at a high standard, you know. And but the thing about it, I get a lot of injuries. So every time I get an injury, you know, my bridging them will say, Jones, at least you can't go kick no ball, but you can come sing, you know. So just come sing, you know. So we just go in and we start rehearse with the band, you know, because them days they have enough little band go on, you know. And everyone band, them want for them band to be the toughest band in the area, you know. So them way there, you know, every time I get injured, man, I have to just all my foot and go a rehearsal, you know. And the man them used to love when I get injured because, you know what I mean, them want me come sing.
Okay, so it was more the music was pulling you to it rather than you pushing yourself towards the music then.
Yeah, man, the music draw me in really, you know, because let me show you something, Rudi. I never see myself as no singer or anything like that, you know. That never really crossed my mind growing up. Seeing? It was more just boy, I love play football and, you know, I have my 9 to 5 and I'm good. You know? But the singing thing now is I think will just happen naturally, and you know, people who hear me singing or even the school playground and things like that, you know, because sometimes the girls them would have come draw me one side and say, yo, come sing this song for it, sing this song for it. And they might say, sing a Dennis Brown Town, Silhouette, or something like that, or Delroy Wilson, you know. I'm still waiting on them. So them because them know, so we know them tune because them know that we always are going to dance.
Okay.
So we are going to dance and party and them thing there. So them know, so we know the songs them, you know. So them always used to call me and ask me to come sing. And I sing, and them always, you know, them always encourage me and rate me still.
Okay. So it's really that the market was just gravitating towards you. So the 9 till 5, tell us about what your 9 till 5 was, because people like to know the backstory of Vivian Jones. We everywhere is very aware of the music that you've got out there, but what they're not aware of is your journey.
Yeah, well, when I leave school, you know, I get a job before me even leave school because my mother and father are very strict and thing, and them say, well, boy, you make sure so you go for your interview and get your job before you leave school. So me get my first apprenticeship, you know, I work for American Ford Motor Company car in a UK. Seeing? And I was the store man. Them days that them call it store man, where you deal with all the parts. You know, you order the parts, them stock the parts, them know where the parts, them there and them thing, you know. So I was the parts man. And I do that for good years still, you know. But them days then, I remember I saying a man just earn something like £12 a week, you know.
Raw.
You know, them days they were talking about 70s, you know.
Yeah,
man, £12 a week, my first job, man. See? And as you go along, you know, it go up and it go up, you know. See?
Okay.
But my one intention, you know, for me start work, me really want to head back to Jamaica. I wanted to return to Jamaica. My mother and father wouldn't allow me to do that while when I got to school, you know.
Okay.
Because maybe them things I may not come back, you know.
I can understand, but the thing is that in the 70s you were with the likes of the Spartans.
Sorry.
Can you hear the feedback? Can you, a bit of feedback?
Yeah, man, I hear that.
Right. I'm not sure what's causing that. But I was saying that in the 70s, the bands that you were with was the Spartans, I believe, the Dr. Bird, the Mighty Mike.
Spartans.
Was that a band that you put together, or was you drawn into that?
Well, that band was some of my friends, my elder brethren them from school. See? Yeah, hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, some of my elder brethren them from school. And they had a band. So them know so well me used to DJ. I always go out and DJ upon sound system and thing like that, a party and club, you know. So they decide, say, well, them call me and say, well, yo, me hear you a DJ upon sound, you know. I know DJ you for DJ, you know. I sing you for sing. You for just, so we have a band and we did on an Acton Lane, on Willesden.
Yep.
And we are here Sunday and we want you come in, you know. So I went there on the Sunday, and from I go there, you know, it's like them ask me, them start play a Bob Marley tune and I start sing the tune, and from I start sing the tune, them say, yeah man, and we just continue from there, keep rehearsing every week, you know.
Okay.
And till we start get bookings, you know, people start asking for player places, you know.
Okay. So then, so what did the Mighty Vibes follow that? Because, like you said, and what sort of money was you earning around that time? Because if you get like 12... Right, hold on. All right.
Yeah, hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, nice, cool. See, you wanna say, yeah, after Spartans, yes, it was Mighty Vibes. Because Spartans when I go on really good. And I had some other bands going, and other bands influence some of full musicians to go join for them band. So
right.
Spartans kind of get mash up a little way, you know? And let me explain to you. You see with the Spartans had a brother called Tony Henry, which is Zungi. Zungi is the bass player for Misty in Roots.
Okay.
And Sparta, that was one of the band, my band member. The other one was Clifton Bigger Morrison.
Right.
Seeing Aswad, you name it. Freddie McGregor, Gregory, you name it. Man, in play for all of them, man. See? And there was also and myself. So there's 3 of us out of that band that reached to a good status in the reggae industry.
Right.
See, so we was a good band. See, so after that, now we went to Mighty Vibes. Mighty Vibes, there was some more brethren than we know, and one of them was a brother to Simrans, one of the Simrans. See?
Yes.
All right. So you know, say, well, boy, in a good state again. So with Mighty Vibes now, it was a different vibe of music, because members said the man them from Spartans was a bit older than me. Whether a year or a couple of years, see? Now when it went to Mighty Vibes now, the whole of it up on the same age group. See? And we started rehearsing, and the feel that we got from Mighty Vibes was different from Spartans. Because Spartan was a more popular kind of song. Because we used to rehearse a lot of songs, the hit songs them, you know. So we get to Mighty Vibes now. Mighty Vibes was more our deeper roots and culture thing, like Lee Perry or original Wheelers kind of style, you know. See, and that suit me good anyway, you know. So,
but it's funny that you should say that, because when you broke out into the 80s, you more went towards the lovers rock side of things. You more, if I'm correct.
Well, I think I would say that it's because of the songs them like Sugar Love and them songs, you know, it was, you know, Sugar Love never make us a lovers rock tune, you know, it just make us a tune.
Okay.
So it's the people on the market who take it and say, boy, lovers rock.
Well, if you got girls in the playground telling you, then why you sing, then why you sing. No that way, them I go look pan you, and the girl them I look pan you that way. Yeah. I'm gonna bring Norman in just to be a part of this this conversation now. But it's all about you, Vivian, because in the 80s, if I'm correct, you broke out as a solo artist. with that big hit, Good Morning.
Yeah, 79.
79. So
79.
what was
I kind of step away from the band thing, you know, because they not give me too much problem. So I kind of just step out of the band thing and just say, well, you know what, I'm gonna just deal with it my way, you know.
Because you ended up in what was known as the Bible at the time, the Black Echoes.
Yeah.
And I believe there's a story that you can tell us about when you were doing your 9 till 5 and you discovered where you were in the charts. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah. Well, I was doing a 9 to 5 them time there, you know, and I was like working for a car rental firm. So me, the boss, and an next co-worker, we traveling to go and pick up some cars and bring them back to the depot. And them stop at the paper shop for buy cigarette or whatever. So me come out now and go to the paper shop and I see them sell echoes, you know, because not every shop did sell echoes them time there. See, black echoes. So me see the echoes and me just buy it and go back in the car and them I drive and me I look through the echoes and I go to Bamson and I'm looking at the charts. And I see me down number 5. I mean kind of shocked now because I never know me down number 5 in the charts, you know. So I'm say to myself, watch out, me down number 5. See, and so everybody in the car now I say, what do you mean you're number 5? I say I'm number 5 in the reggae charts. See? And then I said, no, that's not you. And you know them I go on them way and them can't believe say I'm me and thing.
Well, you're working alongside them. They're not going to think they're sitting next to Vivian Love Jones. There's no way.
Well, they never know that because that's something when I walk around and tell people. See? It wasn't a thing when I walk around and say, oh, me a singer and me a this. Them things never come in my head. See? Me just love singing, love writing tune, love go to studio and make tune. That was my thing. See? And while I do my 9 to 5, you know, I don't even have a business the world, boy. You know, I not get no pay after music.
Is this where the disillusionment came in about the musical industry, though? Is this where you became disillusioned with it all?
After that, because after that, it's like so the man them start. I was making songs for producer, and me and my musician them go in there and make all some tune, you know, see, and them tune they come out to be mega tune. Even right now, them tune they still in a history as some great tune, see. And the thing about it is that we never know nothing about or put out a record.
Right.
We never know nothing about, you know, press record, labels and all them something. We never really interested in that.
You're just an artist, ain't it? You're just
man, we just love to do the thing. See? So then comes the producer, man. Well, him is not the real producer, you know. We are the producer. Him is the man who pay the money for the studio, see, the studio time and everything, and for press the record and print. I feel money, him spend all the money on that. So him never come ask us about who is the producer and writer or anything. Him will just go down and him will just put on written, arranged, produced by him. And the night when we are do this the tuning at the studio, him in our corner over there so asleep. And when the session done now, we wake him up and say, yo, the tune done, you know. Him say make me hear. You know? But Chu say and them man they have the control because them I press the tune and them I make the label and everything. Them put for them name on it. And some of them people, you know, them get big out of this thing, you know. Them get rated big as some big producer, you know. But them never produce no tune in them life. I tell you that.
Because that's when is that when you decided frig this and I'm going back to Jamaica?
Yeah, man. And because them used to say me is a face the youth, you know. So because most of them man they are elder man to me and thing, you know, and when you turn around and tell them say, well boy, watch you know, I'm not sing no more tune for you, you know. I'm not sing no more tune for you because you not pay me no money and you not give me no money for my work. So move and go. They say, you're a face to youth. So what them do now, you know, for try and flap you even further, you know. Them go around and tell them other producer friend them and thing and people in the business. Say that youth, they are feisty youth. Don't tune with that youth there.
So they're blackballing you. They're trying to blackball you.
Yeah, that them I try do. So me just decide, say, you know what? I go to Jamaica. I go back on my yard, go spend some time with my grandparents. Them who grow me up and them thing there.
So it's back to the grandparents. Back to the grandparents.
Yeah, man. I want to, man. Are the sweetest vibe that.
Car. Me know you and the sweetest vibe and going back home, you know. When you say the sweetest vibe and you go back home, you know, because there's all these images of you, you know, as you're coming through as a young man, you know, and you're bucking up against an industry now. That's controlling you and telling you what it wants you to do, and you've got a clear idea and identity of who you are. Because the one thing that really does stand out about you, as I said to you earlier on, is your demeanor, your actual demeanor. It's very, I would put it alongside the cool ruler, Mr. Gregory Isaacs.
Yeah, man. One of my artists them that me pay attention to enough as a youth growing up, you know. Yeah.
You know, because when I watch you walk to the stage, when I watch the way you pick up the mic, no rush, nobody now push me up here. Me I come up here because me want come up here the way me want come up here.
Yeah, you know, the greatest artists, them, you know, is the artists, them were natural, you know. The greatest artists, them, you look on any one of them and the way them just walk on the stage, and if you see them in person, you know, at the same thing you're going to see when them go up on the stage, you know. And me, a man like this, I always try to be myself at all time. I don't want to be like no one else, you know.
Yeah.
Is that, you know.
Yeah, because you never really, I mean, even looking at your style, you've never really adopted the whole tear up clothes, shabba ranks kind of like movement. Even when those youths then was busting through, you always had a suit, a hat, you know, very gentleman-like. Is that also a reflection of your grandparents? Yes,
most definitely. Because any of my family, them, you see, I wear a felt hat. See, them get it from my grandfather, whether it's them father, because some of my uncle, them also wear felt hat. Because that is the way the man in a full family grow we up. Okay. That's the way him stay. So you always try to, you just have that as a natural thing for you, you know. It just happened because that's how you say. I always tell people, say, well, boy, I come from an elegant family. See, whether it's grandfather, grandmother, mother, father, auntie, uncles, cousin, the whole away. When you see one away, you will know, you will see it, you know, because there's a time and a place for everything.
Okay. I don't know what happened there, but Norman just fell out. I'll just bring him back in. Is there any questions that you might want to ask Vivian, by the way, as you're here, Norman? Can you hear us, Norman?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can't really ask no questions right now because my phone kicked out, so I didn't. You know, I wasn't in the conversation for at least 10 minutes. So.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine.
But
that's fine.
All I want to say is, what I want to say is one of my favorite tunes of Vivian is Strong Love.
Strong Love. Because you know what, people have been bailing out.
Give me.
Yeah. People have been bailing out saying, make him sing a tune, make him sing a tune, make him sing a tune. And I said to them, you know what?
Yeah.
He's coming here to be interviewed. He's not coming here to come sing the tune for honor. They're like, no, man, make him sing, make him sing. Well, what I also love about you, Vivian, is you've kept up with the times, yeah, and
Yeah.
show people what we mean.
Hey, this is Vivian Jones. This your trial and crosses, trial and crosses. You see the trial and crosses, trial and crosses. Jones. If you want someone to mind you, you better go on and left me. If you want someone to love you, hey, come in, come check me. I never born to be no one prisoner. I mean no one fi come rule me. Jones. Them used to laugh when me go to school and say me born time fool. You can't take me for no boo-boo. And then you treat me like doo-doo. Hey. Now I'm gonna make you come tiny, because you give me little something. Now I'm gonna make you come control me over the little bit of boom boom. Yes, me have some good times. Vivian Jones. It never lasts no long time. I remember when the singer man said, it takes time to know you. Yeah. Hey, mama look into his eyes and say, hey, takes time to know you. Vivian Jones. I mean, I want a whole carrying on my life. Every day you need fixing. Say you want break shoes, you want break light, and nothing now run right. Wipe on our work, treat me like jerk. Almost you want me leave her. Now I'm gonna make you.
See, may I just tease them? May I just tease them, Vivian? May I tease them? May I tease them? May I bring out your velvet voice, make them see it, you know? But they've been bawling for you to sing drop one or two lines for them, you know?
It's definite the thing for me. As sure as I can be, it's a strong love in the air. Although we haven't known each other very long, yeah, the feeling's strong, and we can't go wrong, all because of the strong love.
Nobody get them no more. Nobody get them no more. Make them stay there. Make them stay there. Nobody get them no more. So tell us, because the thing is that you went back to Jamaica and you started working with the Jamaican producers out there as well, such as Bobby Digital and Junior Reid.
I also spend my money and book a session in Channel One studio, and did some wonderful works with Roots Radix, original Roots Radix band.
Okay.
At the studio, and basically I really wanted to test myself and see how my sound amongst my Jamaican and brethren, you know. See him coming in from after I start my trade at England, so you know. So when I go to Jamaica, I want to test myself. I'm gonna go do a couple songs with Roots Radix, and them give me the biggest big up. Them man give me the biggest forward and said, the man them said to me, say, oh, you come in the studio and I go and like say, you know what you do. Yeah, the tune them what you just make. My youth just fix up, man, you're bad. And the man them give me the biggest big up, man, at Channel One studio, Maxfield Avenue, you know. Yeah.
Okay. Because Denise Francis says that she met you. She's not sure if you'll recall meeting her. But she said that you're a very humble man and you never knew me, but you did me 2 jingles without hesitation. And I will never forget that. And thank you.
Yeah, man. Bless up yourself, Denise, you know. Always a pleasure, you know.
She said it was exactly the same way my jingle sounded. So she's saying that your voice, because a lot of people go into the studio and them just play around with the mixing desk, is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
they do EQs and frequency and
yeah
and voice box and all them things there, you know.
Yeah. Whereas your voice is your voice.
Yeah, man. You know, I
know?
always, if I write a song, you know, I go and sing it in my house before I even go to the studio, and I'm singing it in the house, and I know that, so well, boy, yes, this is how my voice supposed to sound and whatever. So by the time you go into the studio now with all the equipment, it enhance your voice even more.
Okay.
And you know, give you a more sweeter sound, you know. But sometimes I even go in and I will tell the engineer, say, yo, you know, I want it natural, you know, just left my voice natural, just, you know. So you just sing, and the same way like how you're not singing in your yard, you sing it in the studio, and it's, you know, it's just EQs and thing and effects.
Okay.
You know, it needs to put on, and if you don't have no effects or no EQ, it doesn't matter, because you have delivered the vocal at the right level and tone and pitch and everything, you know.
Okay. Well, tell us about your relationship with Jetstar and Mr. Palmer.
No, yeah, Mr. Palmer, a big respect every time me for call Mr. Palmer name. I will always say big respect, Mr. P, and then we can go and talk and think. See, because Mr. Palmer encouraged me from before me start sing, because I used to buy records from Mr. Palmer in a shop down at Craven Park. See, when it was Palmer Records, even before Jetstar come along.
Okay.
Them time I was a school youth. See, and Mr. Palmer used to even say, well, boy, if I come in and I want a certain amount of tune and the money no, they for cover the whole of tune. Him say, all right, you take them two there, and next week you come back and you pay me for those two. See? So we built up a wonderful relationship there from youth days. And Mr. Palmer always call me youth.
Okay.
Always call me youth. Him say, youth, what go on, youth? Yes, Mr. P, you know, and thing. And so when I started to sing, you know, and I make one of my first tune, see, and the producer bring me down to Jetstar now, because them time it was Jetstar now, it moved from Palmer to Jetstar. So the producer bring me down to Mr. P, and so when I go in, Mr. P, so what you doing here? See, and then is the producer turn on to Mr. P and say, well, Mr. P, this is the man who sing the tune, you know, Vivian Jones. Mr. P, I say, youth?
Yeah.
Youth, you sing? You sing youth? So, yeah, Mr. P, I might say that, man. I don't want to say, him can't believe, say, you know, all the time they must see me and I buy tune from him from I go to school, and him couldn't believe, say, well, boy, and me, I sing tune and I sing such a wicked tune, and after that, him just start give me certain guidance and thing, you know, see? Okay. Because even when me fall out with Mr. Palmer, me and him fall out, man, we never talk for all about a month. See? And one day him just call me and him say, I need you to come see me, youth. Come and see me. I say, all right, Mr. P. I'm going and see him. And him say, right, I want you to sing this song for me. I want you to go and go into the studio and do this song for me. See? And him give me the record, and give me a cassette with the tune on it. See? What he wanted me to sing, and the tune was a song named It's amazing how you can speak right to my heart. And 'cause you say it best. Okay. When you say nothing at all.
Sorry, people, I had to join in with him. I know that people are cussing me for singing along.
Yeah. See, Mr. Palmer called me and I'm saying, would I like me to sing this tune because he would do an album, you know, with the UK artists, them I cover some of these pop songs. Name pop hits in a reggae. See? And going and boom. See? And I can tell you our next incident, you know, one day me put my hammer in my car boot, you know. See, and I'm gonna look for one of them producer man there, you know. And me never see him. So I drive go down a Jetstar now, and And I walk in at the place and Mr. Palmer see me and him say, what to you? How your face look like that? Mr. P, you see that man there, you know, if I do that tune, that man there don't give me a penny and for that tune, I go look for him. Say, you do what? Him said, come upstairs.
Okay.
I go upstairs in the office with him, man. When I go upstairs in the office, he said to me, he said, you are a #1 singer. Do you think this is the way that #1 singer behave?
Yeah, all right.
Don't ever let me hear you say anything like that. You're a #1 singer and you have to show respect to your trade. And Mr. Palmer give it to me, man, and really give me a lecture of the day, man. And I show him, say, you know, the reason why I want to see this money is because of boy, owe my money and my dodge me and thing, you know. So Mr. Palmer just take out him receipt book and just write up a thing and just give me your money, you know, me and boom. And say, go and pay your bills and don't let me hear you talk about nothing about you going to lick down, man.
I think what was confusing for a lot of people, Vivian, was that you sang in falsetto.
Yeah.
And the name was also Vivian.
Yeah. So them think it's a female, you know. Mm-hmm. Some people think it's a female. I can tell you I did a Lovers Rock show, a big Lovers Rock show down at Brixton Academy. Late great Castro Brown put on that show. Even Karen Wheel and Jazzy B and
okay,
you know, all the Lovers Rock singers, all the singers them in the UK with #1 show.
Okay,
we was all on that show, massive show. And when I came out to do my set, I started with Sugarlove. And and the second tune was Good Morning. And when we bust out the Good Morning, the whole place uproar. The whole place mash up. And the thing about it is that a lot of people didn't realize the same person who sing Good Morning are the same person who sing Sugar Love, Strong Love, Extra Classic, The Earth. They didn't realize it was the same person who sing the Good Morning because the Good Morning singing a falsetto. And that just come about, you know, natural because I remember when Junior Mervyn do Police and Thief.
Yes,
I was singing that song like it's my song, you know? And I never even realized, say, well, boy, this falsetto thing, yeah, they in me. So it's one morning, I look through my window and see a nice young lady pass my window and I start singing, good morning, how you doing? Good morning, how you doing? I just start singing that.
Right.
Boom. You know, the evening we have rehearsal. See, and them days there, when we go in a rehearsal, we just decide what we are going to do, you know? So we just go in a rehearsal and say, I have a tune, you know? We have a new tune. See, and we just get together with the musician them and we start singing, you know, man start chopping guitar and find the cards them and bass man pick up a line and drummer start playing. And that was Good Morning. See? Wow. That was Good Morning. I saw Good Morning come out and we just go lick that. We go in the studio or lick that tune there and, you know, that tune sit about for about a year. Because we licked that 1978.
Okay.
And that never released till 1979.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't know it in the early 70s. I knew it a bit later.
Yeah, man, that never touched road until it's our next virgin of mine and come and say, what we not do with the tune? Come on, get the tape and we could go mix the tune, man. And carry my guy one studio way out in a what's it? Suffolk or some place out bush. And some the brother them who won the studio was some kind of Hells Angels people them.
Right.
See? But them and my virgin was them and my virgin was friends, good friends. So them tell him say he must bring the thing to the studio, man. And I tell you, even to this day, it's one of the most beautiful studio me ever going on. It was like a barn, you know. pure wood and, you know, beautiful. And yeah, man, and that's how we mix the Good Morning. And then a man take it to Count Shelley.
Right.
And Count Shelley down in North London, and Count Shelley said, this tune is bad, man. And press the tune, and I remember Sugar Man that was at #1 for about 6 months with a tune named African Girl.
Yeah.
And all that, you know, the tune couldn't come from #1. I'm there number 2 for about 6 months with Good Morning. Until finally, you know, book and the Good Morning take the #1 spot. See, and them time I had the 9 to 5 still in my lap.
See, no, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. So what was the relationships like when you then started to do duets with Sylvia Teller, Debbie Gordon, and Deborah Glasgow? What was that like?
That are 90s we are talking about now.
Yeah, we had jump.
Yeah, man, that are 90s we are talking about. 90s we are talking about in them times, you know. See?
Because I know I just missed out the whole Jashaka years, yeah?
Yeah, you missed out all of the
80s.
first. You missed out all the 80s.
Well, then we can jump back. We can jump back because I know we can talk about the album, your debut album, Bank Robbery, in '84.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And that time there was the Shaka era too. You know, because it's just Shaka called me to do an album with him, and he said that me are the first artist out of England him ever record.
Is it?
Yeah, man.
There's a scoop for everybody in the room. There's a scoop.
Yeah, man. You're the first artist out of the UK Shaka ever record.
So I've got a first in terms of an author, and now I've got a first in terms of working with Jashaka. That's a scoop for me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because even after Jashaka record Aswad, and few other artists them, you know, along the line. But me know so me was the first, and him tell me that because in them days they never really rate the England artists them so much, you know. See, but because of the tunes them I was making, and Shaka was playing those tunes. You know, tunes like Who's Gonna Get Caught, Flash It and Go On, you know, Third World Man. Them are some big international roots and culture tune there. See, and most people in England don't even know that.
No, a lot of us don't know that. But the thing is that you went from the Lovers Rock and then you went back to the roots music, though, didn't you? That's what
you not go back to no roots.
Well, you are always there.
Start with.
Yeah.
A roots me started because I come from the original foundation of even from Black Hawk Studio, Lee Perry, seeing Cloak and Anchor and all them, Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
See, Jack Ruby, Burning Spear, seeing original Whalers, Joe Higgs, and them place them me personally a step in this thing from, you know, and then because of the dance hall and the parties, house parties and thing.
But the house parties wanted the Lovers Rock though. That's the thing though, because
before Lovers Rock coming, what you think so them when I playing a house party?
Before that, everybody was skanking and everything.
Everything wrong, man. I rub up when I go on, man. I want to you.
Wait, what was going on in Birmingham at the time though? What was going on in Birmingham at the time?
Rub up.
In a blues dance.
Blues dance.
Hold on, Birmingham never come out of the blues dance. Birmingham was still stuck in the early ages. When
you talk about blues dance now, see, you talk about Alton Ellis, you talk about John Holt, you talk about any one of the greats, them Dennis, you know, Freddie, you talk about the whole of them man, you talk about Desmond Decker, you talk about you can go as far as you want to go with this scene. Because them days it was everything in the blues dance. Everything in a blues dance. See? Okay. It was a full circle. It was not just no Lovers Rock or no roots thing or nothing. It was a full circle thing. See?
All right, I'll give you the history.
Yeah, man. So when we are growing up, because seeing my family them, you know, is between London and Birmingham, you know. My family them. Eh?
Please don't big up Birmingham, but go on.
Go on to you, man. I have to big up Birmingham any day of the week, anytime. All my Birmingham massive them, yo. Anyone tune in, big up on yourself, seeing? Because I know some are one away. Yeah?
Real.
So it go with me and Birmingham, and I will say the same thing about Sheffield, Leeds, Bradford, Manchester. Seeing? I will say that about any one of them places there, seeing?
Yeah, but the thing is, if I'm correct now, once you put together the Imperial House label, that's you really hitting the road hard now, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's me decide, well, boy, end the producer thing. Me going to deal with my thing now. Record company, record label, seeing presentation of the artist. Seeing everything, how I want to be presented, seeing whether it's on a record sleeve or it's going on stage or wherever. I am in charge.
Okay.
So you see, from I take up that thing there, seeing 1991, from I take up that, seeing everything just flourish, everything just start bloom. You know? You got named in charge of your own destiny.
Best male artist you got in 1991 in British reggae, in the British Reggae Industry Awards, if I'm correct. That was 91.
Yeah. But a whole heap of work did go on even before that, because we get best single, see, in 1988. See, we get best album, see, in 1990. You know, so whole heap of tune hits in that time, because Sugarlove was 1988.
Okay.
So Extra Classic was 1989. The Earth was 1990. See, 1992, 91, we have a big tune named Sensitivity. See?
Yeah, I remember that. That was one of my favorites. That was one of my favorites.
Right, see?
Yes.
And that's one of the first cover tune where me cover song where me ever really hit with.
Okay.
Because all of the other songs them was original Vivian Jones songs.
Okay.
See?
So tell us a little bit more about your writing, because we heard how you said Good Morning came about. Yeah. Tell us about some of the other tracks and the inspiration behind some of those tracks. Well,
all of them kind of speak for themselves, you know, because even if you take Sugarlove, you know, Sugarlove is a song I write about, you know, McQueen, you know, at the time, you know, we did it and boom, and I said, boy, I love you, sweet like sugar, so boom, we just sing, I said, Sugarlove, boom, and I hit that, you know, see? Okay. And when it comes to, it's not even just to say, well, boy, you just hold a punchline and go on. Because if you listen to Sugarlove and listen to what I'm saying in the song, seeing you over, say it's a nice and wonderful thing go on,
relationship, you know?
Yeah, so, and if you go to Extra Classic, are the same thing I'll talk. You know? You know, I think your Extra Classic, super fantastic, you know?
Because I had that on cassette, believe it or not. I had it on cassette, not CD, you know?
Yeah, man.
I had it on cassette, blood.
Well, them days cassette, when we come out of the studio, everything we have it on cassette or that tape, you know? Are reel to reel.
So let's get to the girls, man, because the duets that you did with Sylvia Teller and Debbie Gordon and Deborah Garsgo, let's talk about some of the girls that you did the duets with.
Yeah, well, it's something, it's a thing what me like still, you know, I love to do duets. You know, especially like if me my duets, them was always singer when I have high ratings for, you know. You know, me hear them a sing and now me hear them a sing and I love them voice and thing. Me say, yes, me could do a tune, you know. You know, because even me coming from even a Motown background too, you know.
Okay.
Enough of them things there. Because Vivian Jones listen to all type of music, you know, seeing, except them classical music and them thing. I'm not too into that, seeing, and them something there. Opera and them something there. I'm not too into them something there. Seeing, but music with beat and melody and and rhythm, you know. And my thing that even some music we just adjust sweet voice and little acoustic and them thing that I love all them thing there, see? But as I say, coming from a background where my mother and father, them always listen good music.
Okay.
Classic singers, see, quality singers, your Otis Redding, your Sam Cooke, your Nat King Cole, you know, you name them.
I mean, Nat King Cole's diction was perfect.
Well, effortless singer too. If a man want to check how singing go, you know, check the man there. You know, we call it effortless. You know that everything that means that things just come out of you. It's not you are trying to blow it out. It just flows out of you, you know. Them kind of thing there. Yeah. So I growing up listening to those singers, you know, and even when me never know say boy I can sing, me I sing. See?
Okay.
I mean, I always a sing, man. When I wasn't growing up in Jamaica, you know, before I even leave the island and come to England, you know, I used to be walking past, like my grandma gate down the road and I sing, you know, because I mean, when I come to England now, I mean, I walk down the road and I sing now. People think I'm a madman. You see what I mean? But
I'm not surprised.
But people never see it like that in Jamaica, you know.
No, but they were always singing. I mean, as an oppressed people, we always sang, and we always try to take the beauty out of suppression and depression. I mean, here's something that I just want to spoil everybody with.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, blessed days, the dark sacred nights, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow are so pretty in the sky, also on the faces of the
I see people going into a trance when them listen to them tune there. I see people going into a trance when they listen to them tune there. It's nice because, like you said, it's effortless. You know, it's got an international feel to it because I mean, you had that international hit in the late 90s, I think it was, with Just See Them Coming.
Just See Them a Come.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And that was produced by the great Hooligan, my bridging out of Birmingham.
Serious?
Oh, yeah, man, the great Hooligan producer tune, man. And I want to tell you, say, I want my favorite producer that because every tune me ever sing for him is a hit song. See? Okay. Every tune me ever sing for him. And some of them songs, they all America, is America them tune they hit. I don't know what kind of connection him did have with America, but for him tune them always seem to hit America, you know? Yeah.
I see all the women in there going moist at the right about now, man. Them are just woo! Stop teasing me, Rudi! Stop teasing me!
always a pleasure, man. See, because some of these people have been listening to me for years, you know, and them still are listening to me all now. So give thanks, man. Truly give thanks, you know.
So the what's it? I can see here that in 2007 you released the album 50th, featuring old rhythms from producers such as Bunny Lee to celebrate your 50th, man. What was that like?
Man, some great rhythms because I never know know, so one day I would have lived to sing on some of them rhythm that I was dancing to in my teens. Some of those artists were singing on them rhythm there. You know, I was a teenager, I danced to them tune there and thing. So it was such a great pleasure to get the opportunity to write some of them tune there. And yeah, that's a wonderful LP, and I did that to celebrate my 50th birthday, you know.
Do you mind me asking how old are you now, Vivian?
63.
Rasclat. I've never said that. I've never said that, lad. I've never said that. Give thanks.
We're glad that you said that.
I have to say, give thanks, blood. You have to give thanks, man. It's really been a pleasure talking to you, Vivian, as well as yourself, Norman. I've never ever, anybody who's been on my platform before will confirm, I've never ever run an interview to 2 hours. Never ever. This is our first.
Never.
This is our first.
This is the first time.
Ever. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
you know.
Yes.
Okay.
Never ever. Never ever run it.
Yeah, man, you talk to the first, so you don't know how to it go on.
Yeah, it's the first and the first. We have two firsts. Eh? So
the two first and the first.
I'm a born on the first, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Lord have mercy.
The first of April, man.
The same date as me. You have the same date as my sister.
All right, big her up, big her up. She must be a wonderful person. I know that.
She is, definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen in the chat room and all those people who've been watching on YouTube, thank you very much for tuning in with me. I'd like to just, for the next 5 minutes or so, have you throw up any questions that you would like to have Norman or Vivian answer for you. I know you're giving them a lot of accolades, and I know, and I appreciate all of that, but I would appreciate if there were any questions that you'd like me to put forward to them, that I can do that for you over the next 5 minutes. It would be much appreciated. Because we've been spoiled tonight. We really have been spoiled tonight. Me not lie, because I know Vivian was busy watching the football. Had to go. What match was you watching?
Tottenham and Tottenham and Wickham, you know.
Yeah,
man, Wickham put up a good fight, but you know.
Yeah, they lost.
Yeah, man, Tottenham. We never see the end of it, but we know Tottenham they gone through, you know.
And what is your
that?
Yeah.
Is that your team?
No, man, I just love watch football, you know. My team are Manchester United, man.
Stop it, man. Stop it. Una got lucky the other day. You lot caught us, because I'm a Liverpool man. You lot caught us when we're wounded. That's all I have to say. You lot caught us when we're wounded.
You can talk anything you want to.
At the game, that man. That's the game. You know?
There is a question there for you, Vivian.
Yeah.
Who would you like to duet with next?
Carl Thompson.
Carol, okay.
Yeah, man, my friend Carl Thompson, one queen. We respect her enough, and always a pleasure for work amongst her and them with, you know. I'd like to do a tune with her and our Sandra Cross, any one of them. They are professional artists, them very good singers, you know. I rate them, you know.
So then, what was it like working with Orlando then, when Orlando put on the Lovers Rock thing?
Not a problem, man. I love work for you, man. Anytime I'm calling me, man, as long as the date available, man. I love work with Orlando, man. Big up yourself, Orlando. I hope you're tuning and thing right now, too. You know, big up yourself. Long time I don't see you. Must give you a call, like how your name call. I must give you a call.
Because that's a big name. That's a big name promoter.
Yeah, man, I have biggest respect for that brother, there, man. To see what him do and the way him do him thing, you know. For him thing are some quality thing, and I love quality.
Well, yeah, like the clothes you wear, everything is quality when it comes to you, Vivian. I have to say that. Claire Tong is asking, she's actually saying and asking a question at the same time. Looking good for 63, Vivian. What's your secret? And nobody says smoking weed.
No. That
tease you.
that come natural, but it's not the smoking of the weed, it's drinking the tea.
Okay.
Yeah, man, drink the tea, man.
Are you referring to bush tea or are you talking about PG tips?
PG tip on a bush tea, man. PG tip on milk tea. I talk about some natural herbs and things, fever grass and, you know, all them kind of things there. All some Guinean root and all them things there. See? But most of all, ganja leaf them, put them in a pot and boil them and cut up some ginger with it and, you know, whatever else you want, put around it and a natural tea that, man.
You hear that, people? Natural tea, yeah?
Good for your body, good for your health, you know.
You for no waffle, but when you're boiling stuff, you for no waffle boil. Yeah,
yeah, man, see it there, man.
You for no.
Are you that Vivian?
Yeah, man, see it there, man. Happiness.
Oh,
you know?
When you boil the thing, you must know waffle boil. That's how I say.
Yeah, man.
I think Denise, you know, she's saying, Vivian, do you still carve out pipes? We met at Errol G's. Does that ring a bell? Because I know you've met millions of people.
Yeah, man. I still carve out my pipe. I still have one right now. I have one right now in my hand.
All right. I think you put a smile on her face. What has been the biggest change you have had in the last 5 decades? Whoa, that's a big question, Julie. It's a nice question, by the way.
Biggest change? Well, the biggest change is right now.
Okay.
Not being able to work and earn a living on them things there. Yeah, that's the biggest change right now in all the decades. You know? Because we never think, so well, boy, man going on lockdown music. Oh, if you lockdown music. Music make people live. Music is life, you know? See? So, yeah. You know, just lockdown thing, I'm not really too united, you know, because that I got harm more people than save people, you know?
Yeah, because there's mental issues that are not really being dealt with
whole heap of issues, man. Whole heap of issues. People, who you tell people can't pay them rent and, you know, have nowhere to live and all them things there and all them kind of thing. They are more stress on the population and, you know, people now get looked after because of them health, because of them I said this and that, and you know, it's not right, but you know, what we can do, we just have to go on and wait for the higher heights.
Okay. There's a question here for you, Norman. Do you ever ponder what would have been rotted in Far Laughing Cheer? Yeah, all right now, man.
I'm here. I'm all right. Me all right.
Yeah, drink bush tea. What go on?
No.
Do you, Norman? Do you ever ponder what would have been if you had have taken up the offer to change your characters to white characters to get the book made into a play and possibly a film?
No, never pondered that whatsoever. I stayed real to what I do and what I am. So no, I never pondered that whatsoever. No regrets.
Oh, respect, bro. Respect for that. There's a question here for you, Vivian. This is coming from whenever I play my credits, Nevada Cater, he actually produced and wrote and arranged my outro and my intro to my show. But his question to you is, he used to be part of Arima. You most probably know Nevada Cato. His question is, I think the last time we met was in the Royal Lounge a couple of years ago when I was with my former group Arima. I'm in love with you, darling.
I know Arima.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And if you look good at the face, he's currently in Sweden. He's currently living in Sweden. He's currently living in Sweden.
Yes, yeah, man. Big up yourself, Navar. Big up yourself. See it? Yeah, man.
DJ Fridge is also UK. Say Vivian is a reggae is a reggae great, deserves the highest respect, very good performer on stage. So more accolades, more accolades. I grabbed the accolades, but I'm asking if there are any questions that you'd like to ask our two gentlemen here, because as you know, I've done 2 hours and 9 minutes, which I don't normally do. Norman, are you still writing, and are you writing anything about the situation we are in now? Is a question for you.
Oh, not actually writing about what's happening now, but I am working on two books that I said when I was mentioning to you yesterday. I got 6 books in my head, but I'm working on 2 at the moment. So I haven't really thought about writing anything about what's happening now because you know. Who knows what's gonna happen in the future, you know?
That's true. That's true. Carl is based in Wales, and he says Vivian knows one of my favorite tracks is Good Morning. I had it on C90 cassette, and it took him years to get it on vinyl. Well, go on, that's a man.
That's how it go, you know. That's how it go with them classic there, you know. Because I was in discussion just the other day about re-releasing that song.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've got it in mind, you know.
Okay. And with that, on the last note being said by Mr. Vivian Jones, I would like to thank the both of you for coming on my platform tonight. Can we get some applause, please, for the gentlemen who have sat down and opened up to you guys? Just a few round of applause. I'd like to bring them up on screen so they can see them, just as a way of saying thank you. Because as you know, me brought me now appear them and them I come support me. So I have to say thank you to the both of you for that.
But if I tell you something, I'll send you the bill.
Shut up, man. Is Norman originally from Birmingham or London?
Birmingham, man. Birmingham. I'm a Birmingham boy.
He's a Birmingham boy. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Keith Bradley is saying Sugarlove are the greatest.
Listen, man, give thanks for that. Yo, Caitlin, more sweet, see? No way.
Okay. And thank you both so much. Antigua is saying awesome evening of pure entertainment and enlightenment. Talented and blessed. Salute Norman and Vivian. Oh, and well done, Rudi. Oh, you've noticed that I'm here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for those people who are out there. Thank you. I can't think of a better way of ending tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I will be playing some promos. So, gentlemen, please don't disappear. The promos are going to be, by the time this is finished playing, it may be about 10 to 12 minutes. But before I go, would you like to say goodbye, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Vivian?
Yeah, man.
No, you go first, Norman.
I go first.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me, inviting me to the program, and God bless everybody. Stay safe and well.
And please, let's not forget, we are going to now start a campaign to get those books back to you. All right.
Okay.
It's going to be in my Rants and Bants show. It's going to be in my Keep It Real show. It's going to be on my Anything Goes podcast. It's going to be on 15 Minutes with Rudi Lickwood and DJ Countryman. I will be barling about this.
I will tune in.
I do have certain people like Julie Juice, who I'm sure, and Denise Francis, as well as who else? Countryman. I'll get in touch with Countryman as well to try and, organize something so that we can get those books back to you, so we can turn them into a play. I think that needs to be done. That needs to be done.
Okay.
Vivian, would you like to say goodbye, sir?
Yeah, man. Enough respect and love. See, to everyone who tune in, and take the time out, and listen to it. And yeah, man, just keep the faith and keep strong. See, don't let go.
Yeah.
See,
Okay,
That's
so
all.
you've learned that.
Must be a better way, you know, better must come. See?
For real,
All
Much
right.
for real.
love and respect. Salute.
Salute. Nice meeting you, Vivian.
If you want someone to mind you better go on and left me. If you want someone to look nice, yeah, come in, come check me. I never born to be no one prisoner, no prisoner. I mean, I want no one to come and rule me, and rule me. Them used to laugh when me go to school. Them say me phantom fool. You can't take me for no boo-boo. And then you treat me like doo-doo. And now I'm gonna make you come control me. Cause you give me little something. And now I'm gonna make you come control me. Because you give me little boom-boom. Yes, we used to good time. It never lasts no long time.
See it there, you see it there. So please, ladies and gentlemen, don't say me never give you a little something. Yes. Don't say me never give you a little something. You hear me? All right. So we're gone for real now.
Yo, some of the parents for know what you them are going with, you know. Don't allow your youth them to roam the street. Take responsibility for the youth them. You know what I'm doing tonight? You know what I'm going tonight?
Denise Francis. Remember what? 3 more questions. Come on, people. 3 more questions.
And I'm waiting for a red flag there.
Rudy, just ignore it, Rudy. Ignore it.
Hold up. You just step out.
Rudy?
Already gone.
Rudy is frozen.
Listen, man, I was born here, yeah? Eastender, born and bred, and you.
I'm good, I'm
Let's
good.
have our own conversation. Forget about them lot.
I must say, first of all, those who are on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to YouTube, our Anything Goes YouTube podcast. And then when we go live, you get the notification.
Young people, plenty of money. Down in the milk round. Remember the milk round?
That's yeah, and the reason being is that number one, that the way how things are taught is well beneath the standard of your child. So your child's now having to bum itself down.
Red flags, and we don't know who they're for. Heaven is between a woman's legs, as far as I'm concerned.
Come on, Rudy, man.
No,
Right there. Send them picnic to bed.
Rudy,
And I get
Time. And red card. Remember red card.
Rudy, get
Let's do a proper shit.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them blue for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright blessed days, the dark sacred nights. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow are so pretty in the sky, also on the faces of the people going by. I see friends shaking hands saying, how do you do? They really say, I love you. I hear babies crying, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yeah. I hear babies crying, I watch them go, and they learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.